Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf, where last time we learned the final fate of an elf that we had met during the flashback of the Siege of Mordor. And now, let's see what conclusions we could come out of it.
After the defeat of his armies at Pelennor, Gothmog fled to Imlad Morgul.
Gothmog fled to Ima Morgul and the safety of the Dead City. Did he attempt to weaken the bridge west of Minas Morgul, as both Isildur and the Lord of the Nazgul had once done? I can't say for certain. I destroyed that bridge to protect us from further assault, but it occurs to me now that there was another result of my actions. So too did it protect Gothmog from further assault by us. The western approach is blocked, and he needed fear no attack from that direction. He then sealed the Finnish Ghost, not to protect himself from us, but for we had not yet entered Mordor, and he had little reason to think that we could, but to protect himself from Sauron, and from Sauron's servants. Why would he wish them ill? That is easy to see, Pineleaf. He commanded the loyalty of his own thralls, but there were other forces in Mordor that would deem him a failure, perhaps even a traitor to Sauron. Had he not suffered defeat after defeat in his guise of Mordorith, failing to achieve victory in the north? As Gothmog, had he not then suffered defeat on the field of battle before the walls of Minas Tirith? Yes, there are many in the Black Land who might question his loyalty, and none too greater than Sauron himself. Had the quest of the ring not succeeded, had the Dark Lord not fallen, who is to say what Sauron might have done to punish Gothmog? But Frodo did succeed, and Gothmog was given a reprieve, brief though it was. I believe that he searched the dungeons and hidden chambers of Minas Morgul for some weapon that might reverse his fortunes. I have learned enough of the Valley of the Secret Shadow to know that the entrance was blocked by enchantments fashioned by the Lord of the Nazgul, such that the very passage was hidden in the eyes of all but the Nine and Sauron himself. But they are all gone, and now Folk-Earth lies open once again. Did Gothmog delve within, and did he find the weapon that he sought inside Thuringwath? Now he hides within the Baron Kuron, the Tower of the Crescent Moon. You must gain access to this Tower of Pineleaf. Speak to Prince Faramir, and he may know how that this may be accomplished. Okay, all we have to do is to break into the Tower of the Crescent Moon, which is right smack dab in the middle of Minas Morgul. How hard can it be? Well, what do you say about the Guardians of the Tower?
The tower is sure to be well protected.
That tower is to be protected, and gaining entry will be difficult. Would that swords alone could suffice, but I think it will not be so. Minas Morgul is a place of fell enchantment and terrible sorcery, and I suspect that our weapons alone will not overcome whatever guards the tower. Defeat foes as you climb from level to level within the Dead City, and speak with such of my scouts as still remain within. Mithridon, in the center of the Merivale haunted tier, Kulong, who intended to scout the uppermost tier of the city. They may have learned something of the tower's guardians. Good fortune to you, my friend. Our net closes upon Gothmog. I can feel it. Just a little more, and we will be done with him, and Middle-earth will fear his evil no longer. So I need to defeat orcs within Minas Morgul. Oh, I can find plenty of those, especially at the lowest level. Defeat dead within Minas Morgul. That means getting to the second tier, where you have all of those dead in that area. Defeat Merivale in Minas Morgul. That's the section where I'm at now, so that will be absolutely no trouble. Talk to Mithridon in the center of the tier, troubled with Merivale in Minas Morgul. Right, so I suppose I'll run into him at some point. And then talk to Kulang in the uppermost tier of Minas Morgul. Well, I shall eventually run into them, though I suspect that this will not be the day. But let's start with the Merivale, since that seems to be the area where I'm at now. Actually, now that I remember, there aren't any milestones inside Minas Morgul, or at least if there are, I keep on never figuring out where they're at. So, since I have to enter at the bottom anyway, I might as well take care of them level by level as I go up. Now, that's where I go in order to reach the second level, but I've already killed one orc. I might as well take care of the other 5 before I head up to the next level. Yes, there are the stable masters that you can use in order to get from level to level and go directly from that first tower to the third and bypass these 2 areas, but I've got a quest to kill the dead here, so I might as well take care of it instead of just bypassing them for now. But soon I'll be done with... what I really want to be done with are these stupid power-robbing diseases. Oh yes, there's even occasional Merivale down in the dead section. I forgot about that. I might as well start on that one while I'm at it. So it looks like I'm going to need quite a number of those. Oh, that's right. I've got a quest to kill Merivale while I am down in this area. But let me take care of my last white before I head off into the lands where Merivale are plentiful, unfortunately. Welcome to the Circle of Madness, and by the looks of it, it's well named. We have some bats here. Well, I do have to kill some great bats, and it looks like a pretty big bat there. So I guess that'll qualify as a great bat if we are going by size and not by how good it is. It looks like I need to take care of a ballista here. And also take care of those diseases because, of course, the bats have diseases! Just when you thought you were safe because you're through with the whites. There we go, let's... Loaded and ready. You have found a ballista, unmanned but loaded and ready to fire. You guessed that these were being prepared by Gothmog's forces for use against the Merivale, but Gothmog's men were forced to retreat before one could be fired. You decide that you may as well use them to shoot the Merivale and great bats out of the sky yourself. Alright, fine. Okay, a little favor from the orcs. Oh, we've got a Merivale here, and... Oh, that's the ranger we're supposed to be looking for, isn't it? Or is this the one Faramir wanted us to help, or is this another? Oh, this is an ambushed ranger. Okay. Well, let's help him. Thank you! So I'm supposed to rescue 5 ambushed rangers. Okay. Now, I guess we're going to have to... Well, okay, we did that little nook in here, might as well... Oh, Stalker Timoth. You have found the powerful Merivale scouting the Circle of Madness. Stalker Timoth should be defeated before you discover the ranger encampment to the Stargazer's Spire. Alright, fine. Oh. Sorry, until I turned around there, I had absolutely no idea where he was. He could have come and ambushed me during that talk. Good grief. Well, you'll be stalking no longer. Now, what else have we got? Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to take care of these. Well, I guess I have to defeat Merivale anyway for Faramir's quest. So I might as well take care of that. And I'm also supposed to be destroying these plague cauldrons, if I recall correctly. Yuck. And strange flowers. Peculiar plants. Yeah. I got quests going all over the place. You have found a strange flower growing amongst the planters in the circle of madness. They should be slightly out of place. It looks like out of place. Were these planted by Gothmog's corpses or by the Merivale? It should be prudent to collect more and show them to the rangers. Oh, you want me to collect the peculiar plants. Alright, I suppose I could collect them. Well, much as I would like to do one of the... yeah, that's what I miss. Alright, I don't know why I try. Right, I don't know why I try. Maybe when they, since they are going to be reducing the cooldown for many of those get out of crowd control spells when they have the next update, I should get more into the habit of actually using them instead of saving them for later, which I seem to be doing and always forgetting to use them. It's because I usually don't know how long the various crowd controls take, because sometimes a stun, it feels like that the stun is so short that it doesn't pay to use the get out of crowd control thing, because that 1 minute cooldown is so annoying for it. So you get out of the habit of using it. And so in that case, this one seems to last a long time. That time I actually got the kick out in time. That's good. Well, we'll see. They're big plants. Don't ask me how I know the difference between a native plant of this region and one that has been planted recently by one of the other sets of invaders. I mean, we're in the circle of madness. You would think that weird looking stuff would be just typical of this place, right? That's what it sounds like to me. But who am I? I'm just a hobbit. Right now. Oh! Here it looks like another ranger that is in need of rescue. Now it'd be nice if at some point I have the number of quests here reduced so that I don't cycle through them every time I complete a quest objective. Ah, here's another ballista. Fire away! Bye-bye! Ah! Here is the ranger we need to speak with. First, let's fire at another Merivale. Then we can rescue this ranger. Then we could speak with the one that we have here. Hi. Time for a rescue. There we go. Now, let's see what uh, Mithridan has to say.
Our work is never done, is it?
Nope. Return to the north? No, that was not for me, nor for Kulong. We and some others decided to remain in Gondor, aiding Alessar as we aided Aragorn. It was the king's wish that we help Prince Faramir make safe the lands, and so we're here. I was charged with scouting the old libraries of the city. Sad errand. It was Valardes, Isildur's queen, who assembled here a great library of Númenorian lore. But the books of Númenor were burned with the coming of the Nazgûl, and when Queen Valardes learned of Isildur's death on the Gladden Fields, she never again came south. What few records escaped the torch were brought to other archives in Gondor and Anor. The libraries of Minas Ithil never again thrived as they once had, and when the Nazgûl once again claimed the city, they filled the ashen shelves with tomes of evil and scrolls of foul ritual. I entered those dark archives and found them accursed. They are touched by a sickness, Pineleaf. I don't mean a pestilence such as that which befouls the swamps of Varganaith and Goroth. It is no plague, nay, it is a sickness of the mind. I walked those aisles and beheld dear friends of mine, now departed, as if they had lived still. Calarian. No, it was not he. It can have been nothing more than a trick, but it was cruel, and I could not stand such torture for long. I heard whisperings of the darkness and dared search no further. Something in that archive brings to mind our past experiences and seeks to turn them against us. Beware if you go that way, Pineleaf. Each of us has sorrow enough behind us that such a weapon could be used against us with great precision and prove deadly. Well, we can guess what my next instance is going to be. Alright? Of course. Well then, I had to speak with Kulong in the uppermost level, but at some point I believe I'm supposed to enter that archive as part of the storyline for this level. At least that would be my assumption on the matter. Right now we've got bats to deal with, and Merivale, and less of all. The Circle of Madness is rather strange in how it's laid out, in that I think it's 2 tiers or something like that, where we are in the middle of it. Just in time. Where the entry is actually halfway through the level, in that it's sort of 2 half tiers almost, I guess you could almost say, because you have this upper section, this lower section. I keep on forgetting about it because I was treating that upper section as the entire level, and of course I missed a great deal on here. I was wondering, why am I not seeing most of the area? And that's the reason. Alright. Maybe I should, though, use a shield slam every once in a while, just to make sure that I get them, instead of hoping that maybe I will be lucky and get it on time. Oh yes, I completely forgot about the quest to collect orders from 3 high-ranking Merivale. So I do need to take care of that one. Thank you for standing in such a nice open spot that I was able to immediately Realized I had forgotten about you. Find the halls of black lore. Find a way in it. Find its keeper. So she's looking the hall of black lore. And that's the place where we had that discussion with that ranger earlier. And the hall of black lore, I've actually did run into it. I didn't go inside of it. I did have the deed pop up that says, hey, you found the hall of black lore. And there are 4 Merivale standing right in front of it. Fortunately, I was just thinking of a quick show you where it's at look here, and this place is just riddled with monsters that weren't here the last time I came by. Yeah, there it is. That's all black lore, which I presume that the Merivale have found it because there are 4 of them standing. I mean, not only have they found it, they are guarding it. Here we have Durthel, the second of these Merivale leaders that may have some orders. Probably something to do with the Dark Library, or is this one has to do with something else? Search for any mention of Morloth within within tomes and scrolls of the Circle of Madness. Yes, still thinking about the Dark Lore. Not one of the 3 that I'm looking for, but Bloodsinger Margle. She looks like she could be a fairly tough one to face. Oh, that's only a normal, but we've got a... Oh! Thank you! Just adds that... Just ask you to kill them first. Now, let's take care of the elite. I figure I got a couple extra levels above her, so I should be able to handle her, right? Without any trouble. Why do they look like they have antlers? I guess the leaders of the Merivale? Whatever. Yeah. Alright. Well, I forgot I had that bounty quest.
Thy beloved libraries are plundered, and much wisdom forever lost. Not all harms can be healed, yet much of worth can still be saved, should those with power will it.
And here we have Ogaloom, a Morval. And he has the last set of orders that we need. Right? Hey, you do have orders, don't you? The Circle of Wisdom was well known for its gardens. Search it high and low. Well, how about me just get out of here, because I think that's it for my quests. Let's start by speaking to Radrogue over here, where I managed to fire some loaded ballistae at them.
Will you hear my plight?
Oh, I didn't know that you were so comfortable with siegecraft, Pineleaf. I wonder if there are any more bolts lying around. I wouldn't mind taking a few shots at them myself. Well, I don't know how good I'm at siegecraft, but I have done the Protectors of Thonglehat skirmish a few times, and also I managed to...
Now then.
Yes, find the Rangers. Yes, the missing Rangers are all accounted for, thanks to you. I think they learned their lesson around Merivale. Always keep an eye on the skies. Well, there is that.
Now then.
Oh, and you destroyed the cauldrons? Oh, that's a relief. I was not looking forward to contracting a deadly illness again. Yeah, I understand that. Alright, and now we have Pharaon here, who has a number of things he asked me to do. Peculiar plans? You're right to make note of these out-of-place plans, Pineleaf. These are some of the same strange plants we discovered in Argonite. It can be no accident that they have found their way here. The Merivale may have brought them and transplanted them on purpose. For what reason, I'm unsure. Maybe as plague ingredients. Perhaps they are components of the plague. Okay, yeah, the same speculation. We will be sure to destroy any more that we find in the Circle of Madness. Just read one more sentence and you'll see he has the same idea. Alright. Aerial invaders. Excellent work. While this enemy is known to us, it's prudent to not let your guard down. Right? And we have bats that I killed. Yes, with the plague carriers defeated, they'll be unable to deploy the plague on any ranger encampments in the area. Yes, and I'll be a little safer from diseases.
I was
And
correct. She is looking for something. But I do not know who or what Morloth is.
yes, I don't know what Morloth is. The halls of black lore, however, I have heard rumors of a great repository of dark knowledge held by the Witch King, somewhere in the city. This must be the same hall. If Lareth seeks this place, we must seek it as well. Well, I actually found a place heavily guarded by Merivale that the quest tracker insists is the place that we're looking for. How about that?
We must seek the halls of Black Law. But I know not where they lie within the Circle of Madness.
Oh, well, I know where they lie. Don't worry about that. But I need to speak with a couple more people.
Be wary, my friends.
Thank you.
Evil spoils these grounds.
Oh, yes, that's right. This is for completing 10 quests. Thank you for your assistance. Some of the other rangers are attempting to gain a hold further ahead into the city. Farron and I will stay here to oversee the fight against Lareth's forces. We have found a nearby tower in the Circle of Despair that should lead to the Circle of Death, the very top of the Dead City. Seek out whatever tower, out the Tower of Barad Arthir, not far from here. Gather what you need and take hold of Barad Arthir right. This will be a difficult journey, I am sure it will be. But, let's see, let's take care of Dolenthal. Oh, yes, right, the 2 bounties I had. And, let's see, I guess I'll take that. And I'll take that. So that takes care of all of the quests here, except of course for this one, which is what we'll do in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.